good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whenever you find this video, whenever you find yourself watching this video. Hi guys, my name is Gina Schweppe. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. So if you guys didn't already notice, I took a little bit of a break in September from posting on YouTube as well as posting on my Instagram. So I thought I would go ahead and just sit down and just do a little update with you guys to share with you guys how things have been going, what I've been up to, and some changes that you're gonna start seeing here on my YouTube channel. So if you guys are not already subscribed, make sure you click that red subscribe button, ding the notification bell. YouTube has been unsubscribing people left and right. So if you are not sure if you are subscribed, just make sure you check below with the little subscribe button and ding those notification bells so you're notified every single time I post a video. So we're gonna go ahead and hop into it. So I think that the primary reason why I went ahead and took a break from my YouTube channel as well as social media. Well, there's two different reasons. So I took a break from YouTube because I was just experiencing just complete burnout on my end of trying to keep up with doing CVS videos, trying to keep up with Walgreens, Target, and then throwing in all of my random videos that I would do on my channel. And at the end of the week, I was just dang tired and exhausted, and something needed to give. So I needed to just take a complete step back from posting content and creating content and just focusing on resting. Because if you guys don't know, I am pregnant. I am 18 weeks pregnant. I'm almost halfway along, and I get tired. So I needed to take that time to just take a step back and figure out some things for the long haul and duration of my channel, and how I can integrate continuing to work on my YouTube channel while still being present with my family, engaging with the kids, doing my job as a wife and mom. So I needed to take that time to reassess and figure out a better balance for myself. And I absolutely have been able to do that. So that was one of the primary reasons why I took a step back from YouTube. Also, just the fact of the couponing world as a whole, trying to stay up to date with couponing content is so incredibly exhausting, because it is like a time thing. It's definitely a time sensitive thing. So the goal as a couponer, the goal as a doing like haul videos and deal videos is getting your video up as soon as you can, because I think the early bird gets the worm when it comes to deals. Because if I'm posting my CVS deals 3 days after the majority of the community's already posted, then it's kind of like, okay, well, why do I bother watching Gina's video when I've seen the same video 3 different times? So 3 or 4 or 5 or however many different times. So that was really like the mindset for me. And it became really discouraging on my end, because I would take the time to sit down and film my videos, and just the views just weren't there. The engagement just wasn't there. So it was very discouraging for me. So I needed to take a step back, and I follow a girl named Catherine, and I think Catherine Mann, I believe is her name. I'll leave her channel linked below. What I decided to do was simply just start from the basis of YouTube. I started looking back at my older videos. I started looking back at the older content I would make and the process I would make with my couponing content. And there was a time and place when I only posted once a week on YouTube, and I started with Target, and then I started branching out, and I would do one large video of Target, CVS, and Walgreens all together. And then I started doing upcoming deals, and then it just kind of exploded to an enormous volume of couponing videos. And what I noticed as time progressed in my YouTube career, I guess you can say, as time progressed, I noticed that it was just becoming work to me, and it was no longer being that hobby that I fell in love with from the start. So really getting down to the basics and going back and watching some of my older videos and really seeing like the passion I had for it was really encouraging for me to then get back to that place that I'm currently in right now. And something that Catherine actually recommended is something I did, and she recommended unfollowing others in your niche, because by nature you feel a comparison, you feel competition. And for me, so for me, I don't function well in high levels of competition and comparison. That's just one of my weaknesses. And for me, when I start getting in that mindset of, oh, I need to post before this person, or my video needs to be better than this person's, or my thumbnail needs to be better, or this and that, it just turns me into a person that I don't like. So in simple terms, for me as a Christian woman, I find it very important to remove whatever is causing me to stumble. So if me seeing my competition in my subscription feed is causing me to stumble as a Christian, then I'm gonna go ahead and remove myself from that. So I went ahead and unfollowed the majority of the couponers that I was following once before. Now, I have an exception of some couponers that I am still following, but I have created a very personal relationship with them. So meaning we talk on a daily basis and we engage on a daily basis, not just through Instagram, but through text message and just checking up on each other and creating a relationship outside of YouTube. So I do stay followed to those people because I want to continue to support them because they are obviously my friends. But in terms of being subscribed to every single couponer in the community, I've unfollowed a ton on my Instagram as well. So that is something that I have done on the YouTube side for myself in terms of helping me become a better content creator and helping me become a better just woman overall. So that's what we've done there. And in terms of my Instagram, I've definitely taken a step back from my Instagram, but also because I wanted to see the type of influence I was even putting out there to begin with, the type of like posts I was creating. I wanted to be a little bit more mindful of what I'm putting out there, be more mindful of who is seeing that type of content, you know, my follower list and people who follow me and people who I follow. And I really refined that list because ultimately I want my social network to be a network of people that I engage with on a daily basis, not just someone who is a friend of a friend of a friend's and then I'm following them. My goal on Instagram is not to get to 500,000 followers just to have 500,000 followers. I really don't care about the numbers when it comes to Instagram or YouTube. I really don't care about that stuff. I did in the past, but now I'm getting back to where I was when I first started this, to where that doesn't really matter to me. So I wanted to be a little bit more conscious of who I was following, what I was seeing on my feed, and who was able to see what's on my feed as well. So I went back and forth on if I just wanted to delete my Instagram in total, but I decided not to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. But I did go through and erase all the pictures that had to do with my children, because I have been in this kind of limbo with myself on how much of a social footprint I want my kids to have on social media. So I have a 6-year-old daughter, a 4-year-old son, a 2-year-old son, and a baby girl on the way. And a friend of mine from high school, Susan, she said it the best to me. And she said that her social media is her social diary for herself. It's not her social diary for her kids. And that made me really want to stop back and think of, what am I putting out there on social media that involves my kids? You know, am I putting a picture of Scarlett potty training, or am I, you know, putting a picture of her missing teeth? Like all these different milestones that our children are going through. One of the first responses for us as parents is to just post it on our social medias for everyone to see. And back in the day, back in the, you know, late 80s, early 90s, when I had milestones, my mom took a picture, had it developed, and put it in a baby book, put it in a picture frame. She didn't post it all over social media for the whole entire world to see. So that is something that I'm going to be changing as well. And that is keeping my kids minimally off social media as much as I can. Now that is just my opinion as a parent. Now you guys may feel a different way. Maybe you're fine having your kids on the internet, but for me, I want to take a step back from that and just think of their feelings, because they're not consenting of having me take a bunch of pictures of them and having the whole entire world to see. So I'm going to be shifting that as well. So not oversharing things on social media like I would in the past. So we're going to be changing that in terms of my social media. So you guys are probably wondering how everything's going with the baby. Everything is going great. The past month or so, I have had a bigger struggle with my gestational diabetes. So last week, Chris and I actually had a pretty big scare. I was in bed watching Grey's Anatomy, totally fine. And then the next minute I was in intense sweats and my blood sugar went down to 40. And that is severely hypoglycemic. So if you guys are not familiar with diabetes or being diabetic, blood sugar levels can increase or decrease for any given reason. And my blood sugars had dropped significantly low to the point to where my whole entire body was covered in sweat. I was disoriented. If I got up, I probably wouldn't be able to walk. So that was very scary for Chris and I, because we had to reassess, okay, how long are we okay with me being home by myself? It had happened late at night. Chris luckily was home when that happened. It would have been a completely different story if that happened when Chris was gone, but thankfully on my cul-de-sac, I have 3 nurses in my cul-de-sac and a police officer, and then there's a firefighter not too far away. So in the event of an emergency, I probably would have a handful of people that could probably help me like that. So I'm really thankful for that, of knowing my neighbors, knowing what my neighbors do. If you guys don't know what your neighbors do, you should probably find out, because it could be helpful in the time of an emergency. While you're waiting for emergency responders to get to you, or your significant other or parent or whatever it may be. So that is always a good thing to know. You want to know who lives around you. So, and then prior to that, I was experiencing some high blood sugars, and the blood sugars were becoming high in the daytime. So I was very close to having to start daytime insulin, but we thankfully haven't gotten there. And a risk of me being on insulin during the daytime is me having those diabetic shock episodes happen during the day. So, you know, potentially when I'm driving, or potentially when I'm just doing my day-to-day with the kids and stuff like that. So the goal right now for me is to keep my blood sugars in line, which the past 2 weeks I've done really well with keeping my blood sugars in line in terms of not being too high, which is great. We have checked in on baby girl. Baby girl is doing great. I have a Doppler at home, so while I'm still not feeling her move as much at this stage, I can check up on her nightly anytime I want, basically, to see how she's doing. So I am so thankful to a friend of mine who let me borrow her Doppler, because it gives me a peace of mind. I am such an anxious person, so having that extra peace of mind is really helpful. But with me being a high-risk pregnancy, I see my doctor in person about every 2 weeks. So we check up on her every 2 weeks, and she's doing great. So I'm actually gonna have further baby updates on my second channel. So that's something else I wanna talk to you guys about as well. So if you guys didn't know, I started a new channel called Keeping Up with Gina. Now I started this back in the beginning of 2020. And this was meant to be a channel for me to put miscellaneous videos on, more like lifestyle content of vlogs and grocery hauls, cook with me's, now baby updates, stuff like that. So I'm gonna be utilizing that channel more, because now I'm more serious about it. So I'm gonna be filming a baby update on that channel. I have a Trader Joe's haul on that channel, so I'll go ahead and leave that channel link below if you guys want to go check it out. It would mean the world to me if you guys went ahead and subscribed, if you're not already subscribed already, and show my most recent video some love. I did a Trader Joe's grocery haul with meal plans, so it would mean the world to me if you guys went ahead and took the time to check out my new channel and check out my most recent video. So that is also something new that's going on. And as you can see, my content from the last week or so that I've put out has been simply on Target. And what I decided to do is so what I decided to do is focus my content more on Target deals, Target couponing deals, Target Circle, Target online deals, Target ad previews. There is just such a surplus of CVS couponers. There's a surplus of Walgreens couponers. And I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna branch off and just stick to one store with the time being. So that store being Target, because I started my channel with Target. I love Target. I love the savings Target offers, and I am just a big Target fan. So I'm gonna be focusing a lot of my deals on Target. So if you guys are, hopefully you guys are still interested in seeing some deals on Target, but also I want to start incorporating some different money saving type videos for you guys too, like DIY things that can help you save money in the long haul. So I am such a do-it-yourself person that I have saved Chris and I so much money just with random household stuff. So I've changed the fuse in our microwave so many different times, and it has saved us from having to buy new microwaves. I am constantly a plumber in this house to where I am unclogging toilets, I'm unclogging drains. There's just a lot of like different miscellaneous things that I do around the house to save money. I've dove into making my own cleaning products using like vinegar and dish soap and stuff like that. So I want to start sharing that type of content with you guys too, in terms of an overall how you can save money on a grander scheme of things than just trying to get, you know, free shampoo and deodorant. Like I want to teach you guys how to save beyond the beauty products, if you know what I mean. So I also started a vegetable garden in the backyard as well. So I would love to share that with you guys as well. I don't know if I would put a gardening video on my money saving channel or if I'd put it on my second channel. I don't know, but all I know is that 2020 has really opened up some more hobbies for me, some more interests in me, and I would just love to share that with you guys. So that is what's different and new coming to my YouTube channel. So you'll see a lot of Target deals and matchups and Ibotta and whatnot. So I want to focus on just one store at the moment, and then if things start to, you know, stabilize a little bit more, I'm able to stay more consistent with Target, then maybe I'll consider adding a different store. But at the time being, I'm not going to do that. But however, if I do get myself out to CVS or Walgreens and do any type of couponing trip like that, I absolutely will sit down and share with you guys my haul of CVS and Walgreens. But I haven't been going to CVS and Walgreens every single week. But when I do go, and if I have a significant amount of stuff to do a haul for, then absolutely I will go ahead and sit down and do a haul for you guys. So what else? I don't know if there's anything else we really need to talk about. Is there anything else to talk about? So I'm also still knee deep in college. So if you guys don't know, I went back to school. So I'm a sociology major at Cal State Bakersfield. And let me tell you, I had this opinion that doing online classes was going to be a walk in the park, and that from what I remembered from sociology 8 years ago, it was going to be a walk in the park. Boy, was I wrong, you guys. These classes have been challenging me for sure. And my husband said it the best last night when I was having a bit of a moment about it. He was like, if what you're doing is hard, that's when you're recognizing that you're growing. Because if you're just doing the same stuff and you're in your comfort zone, comfort level, and you're really not pushing yourself, you're really not growing. So me stepping myself out, me stepping out and taking these classes and needing to think beyond the realm of couponing, think beyond the realm of YouTube, it's definitely been a challenge for me because I have struggled for years. Like throughout school, I would get good grades, but it took me a long time to get those grades. In terms of reading comprehension, it takes a lot for me to like comprehend what I'm reading to the point to where I need to reread the same section 2 to 3 times to really grasp the concept. And especially with sociology books, if you read some of the sociology theories, like a lot of it is just in like a completely foreign language. For me, I just want it dumbed down. And that's why it takes me so long to comprehend it. It's because I'm trying to, okay, well, what does this word mean? So then I look it up in the dictionary and then try to apply it to more layman's terms instead of the very scholarly dictation that they have in the books. So it takes me a lot longer to process. But I am getting better in my classes. My classical theory class has been a challenge for me for sure. I was barely passing my test. Like I'm talking like 72. The first 2 tests I took, I got a 72%, but this past test I took, I got an 88%. So things are going up on the upcline for sure, but it just takes more effort, more time out of me to perform well on the tests and, you know, just writing my thoughts out and whatnot. So that has definitely been something that has been more challenging to me as well. So that's also why you're going to be seeing a step back from all the other couponing stores, is the fact that I just don't have the time to do it. I have the time to focus on one store, but I do not have the time to focus on Target, CVS, Walgreens, and Walmart. There's just not enough time in the day for that, and I needed to recognize that. So it was kind of a choice. Do I want to go all in on YouTube and couponing, or do I want to break that up and then work on another goal of mine? So clearly me finishing school is trumping, you know, CVS, Walgreens, Target, and me being a Renaissance couponer. So for those, if that finds you disappointment, I am so sorry, but I do hope that you guys still continue to stick around on my channel. My main goal for you guys is for me to sit down here and just be completely transparent with you guys, share with you guys my struggles in terms of being a creator on YouTube, being a mom, being a wife, being a student, being a couponer. Like, it's hard. I don't want to ever come on camera and make it seem like my life is perfect, because Lord knows I struggle every single day. So I never want to have this opinion that, oh, Gina's perfect, Gina does everything amazing. I so don't. I just want to mention that to you guys right now. So I hope you guys found this update helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and just know I have missed uploading videos here. And what I had told myself was, if I took a break from YouTube and I really didn't miss it, then why would I want to come back? And I did start noticing that once the 3-week mark kind of rolled around, I didn't want to wait the whole entire month to start posting. Originally, I wasn't going to post till October, but I completely missed it. So with my heart telling me that, I knew it was time to come back. And that told myself that I still ultimately love what I do. It just needs to be a change of the process of what I do, if that makes any sense. So I have no intention of jumping ship here. I just needed some time to figure some stuff out. And I think anytime anyone is going through a situation like this, if you need to take some time to reassess, that is totally fine, because not everyone stays the same day in and day out. As time goes on, people evolve, people change, priorities change, and everything like that, and that's totally fine. So I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the weekend. I also have some other resources for you. So I do have a Facebook page that I will be posting more deals on, random deals that I find. So if I find a really good CVS matchup, if I find a really good Walgreens matchup, I'm not going to sit down and film a full-blown video to do it. I will just go ahead and post it on my Facebook page. So I will have a link below to my free Facebook page if you guys want to go ahead and join that. I also have my Instagram below if you guys want to follow my Instagram. And I do have a website as well. So I have my own blog. I post different deals on my blog as well. So speaking of the man of magic, he should be coming down right now. Here he is, ladies. Here he is. Do you want to say hi to everyone?
Is this live?
Yeah, it's live.
It's live?
You're live.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, Charlie wants his...
I wasn't prepared for that.
Charlie wants his 5 minutes of fame too.
What are you doing?
Just an update.
An update on what?
Just where I've been, why I took a break.
She's been in the house.
Yeah, I've been in the house. I really haven't done much.
The Labrador's right here.
Yeah.
Her blood sugar scores have been good.
Yeah, I told them about the low blood sugar that we experienced last week.
The sweats.
The sweats, the disorientation.
The eggs at midnight.
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't even mention that to them.
I cook for it around midnight.
Yeah, get yourselves a man who cooks you eggs and peanut butter toast at 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
Then you have a winner.
I do it for the cameras.
Yeah.
And when the cameras are turned off, then I just throw the eggs in the trash and before she eats them.
No, and Charlie's trying. There he is. His 5 minutes of fame over here in the corner. There he is. His nose.
Enjoy the fights tonight.
And the pay-per-view. He's excited about that. Comment below if your husbands are watching the pay-per-view tonight.
That's what us men like to do. Instead of watching the Lifetime channel where it's you could name a couple, babe. What's been a couple Lifetime movie classics that you watched lately?
The Blue-Eyed Butcher.
What was the one last night? Nanny Held Captive.
Nanny Held Captive.
And the Psycho Yoga Teacher was pretty good.
Oh yeah, Psycho Yoga Teacher.
And what was another one?
Engaged to a Psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's their Saturday night usually is the Lifetime
Yeah.
movie channel.
But recently it's been chopped, so I can learn how to cook a little better.
Yeah. Learn how to cook rattlesnake.
Cook rattlesnake.
And not Charlie.
Not Charlie.
I thought Chopped has not had black Labrador on there.
No, last night I thought that they said that they were cooking cat's liver, and I was like, oh my gosh, like that's extreme, but it turned out to be calf's liver, not cat's liver.
CALF.
Calves
Or
liver.
CALVES.
But that's what I'm talking about, like my ability to pay attention. Like I don't pay attention very well because I was watching the show and I thought they said cat's liver, but it was calf's liver, and it's because I have a hard time focusing. All right. All right, so I think that's all. Bye, guys.